Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're doing something really exciting. We are taking 4 major marketing lectures and 2 incredibly practical skills labs, and we're synthesizing the whole shebang into a neat summary video, your ultimate 2026 survival guide. If you want to see exactly how the absolute best marketers are adapting to this wildly shifting digital landscape, you are right where you need to be. We're going to distill an entire masterclass worth of theory straight into actionable practice.
Okay, let's take a quick look at our masterclass blueprint. We'll be flying through 5 key areas today: the 2026 paradigm shift, the stealth consumer journey, strategic AI integration, auditing your digital strategy, and we'll wrap it all up with the ethical foundation. This structure takes us perfectly from high-level strategy shifts directly into the tactical execution of your own audits.
All right, Section 1, the 2026 paradigm shift. Look, the marketing discipline has evolved way beyond basic fact-finding. We are moving completely away from those old, annoying, interruption-based outbound tactics. Instead, it's all about permission-based inbound value.
Now, we all know the classic 4 Ps: product, price, place, and promotion, right? But check out how this has evolved in the modern digital framework. Place is no longer just a shelf, it's a massive omni-channel ecosystem. And promotion, well, that is now entirely about structural efficiency and creating a data-driven, highly personalized dialogue. You literally can't just make symbolic marketing gestures anymore. You have to actually reduce waste in your ad spend and data processing if you want to maintain any kind of long-term performance.
And why is this structural efficiency so absolutely crucial right now? Because with all the economic uncertainty out there, consumers are just stressed. To win them over, your brand has to deconstruct its massive value proposition and deliver immediate rewards. Think of them as little pockets of joy. If your marketing isn't providing these quick, gratifying micro milestones, you're going to lose their attention entirely.
Which perfectly sets up Section 2, the stealth consumer journey. Because the way people actually discover your brand today has fundamentally changed.
The biggest takeaway here is that your traditional inquiry funnel is basically dying. I want to introduce you to the stealth applicant. This is a consumer who researches completely in the shadows. They are forming rock-solid opinions about you way before they ever hit your website, and they move straight from discovery to purchase without ever filling out a single lead form. By the time you even realize they exist, they've already made up their mind.
So where are they hiding? Well, they aren't typing standard keywords into traditional search engines as much anymore. Instead, they're leaning heavily into conversational discovery. They're hanging out asking questions right inside TikTok, YouTube, and Google's AI overviews. Your brand's narrative literally has to live in those exact spaces, or the stealth applicant will just never find you.
To actually catch these folks, we have to drop our obsession with static demographics. I mean, age and zip code don't tell you anything about a stealth applicant's intent. You need to start mapping actual behavioral signals across every touch point. We're talking about looking at video engagement duration, event interaction, and analyzing the digital trails they leave behind. Those actions are the real clues that tell you if someone's just browsing or if they're quietly getting ready to buy.
All right, Section 3, strategic AI integration. If behavioral signals are the fuel here, AI is absolutely the engine. Let's see how we build an actionable toolkit out of this.
Artificial intelligence is no longer just a fun gimmick for writing emails. It's the foundational strategic layer. Sure, generative AI is great for content, but the real game changer is agentic AI. We're talking about systems that independently analyze data, execute tasks, and adjust campaign parameters on the fly. Your role has totally shifted. You must evolve from a manual executor into a strategic director orchestrating these AI agents.
These AI agents operate across 3 distinct domains to lift your revenue. You've got agents boosting your internal productivity, agents interacting directly with your customers, and multi-agent orchestration for complex workflows. But, and this is a massive but, you absolutely have to keep a human in the loop. It is critical for brand safety, preventing bias, and exercising real creative judgment. You can't just set it and forget it.
Okay, let's pull this down to earth with our first skills lab. This is where we summarize the lecture theory into a practical skill: strategic persona mapping. First, you gather data using AI to find intent signals for a brand, say Pepsi or Amex. Then you map those signals out. Are they a brand loyalist, a feature hunter, a discount seeker? You synthesize their mindset with their digital trail, and boom, you identify your lowest hanging fruit. That's the persona that is by far the easiest to convert.
Moving right along to Section 4, auditing your digital strategy. Because once you know exactly who you're targeting, you really need to know where your brand actually stands out there in the wild.
In our second skills lab, we do a full digital competitive audit. You start by tracking macro trends like vegan bakeries on Google Trends to spot industry gaps. Then you hunt down high-intent keyword gaps where your competitors are winning on page 1 and you aren't. After that, you run an AI discovery audit, which culminates in a strategic triage report. This report tells a business owner exactly what one specific area they need to invest in first to close the gap.
Now, the absolute most fascinating step in that entire audit is what we call the future-proof prompt. Try asking an AI this exact question: what are the top 3 best business category in city, and why? See if your brand even exists in its answer. If the AI doesn't mention you, you have a huge problem to analyze. Is it bad reviews, a terrible website? It's slightly terrifying. But if you aren't the answer to this prompt, you effectively don't exist to that stealth consumer.
Which brings us to section 5. The ethical foundation. If we're going to be gathering all this behavioral data and orchestrating AI long-term, we need some seriously strong guardrails.
Take a look at this number, 75%. That is the percentage of consumers who are more likely to buy from brands that deliver personalized content, but only if it's within a transparent, trust-centered framework. As third-party tracking totally disappears, trust is literally becoming your single highest performing asset.
With tighter privacy regulations and cookies crumbling, your first-party data strategies have to be built upon these 4 pillars: privacy, transparency, truthfulness, and fairness. This isn't just about compliance or dodging fines. It's about creating a genuine value exchange. You have to actively avoid those manipulative, dark patterns. Ethical marketing that respects consumer autonomy is a massive competitive advantage.
So after summarizing these incredible masterclass lectures and getting into the weeds with the skills labs, I want to leave you with this final, provocative thought. Look at your current strategies. Are your brand's digital signals actually ready for an AI-first world? Are you leaving an ethical, visible trail that the stealth consumer of 2026 can follow? Take these frameworks, run your audits, and make sure your brand isn't left hiding in the dark.